Hi, I'm Daz and she's Bee, and we're on a 12-week road trip round France with our boys and our greyhound Sammy. Join us as we explore the history, beauty and fun we can squeeze in while getting to grips with the challenges of working and home educating on the road as a family in France, living a life less ordinary as we escape in the motorhome.
And we've woken up at the Chateau de Marais.
Good morning all. It is wash day. I knew it was coming. It's got to be done. Well, for a washing room, it could be a lot worse. I think this place is really nicely landscaped. Right, let's go and find those machines. Right, there's my washing spilling out of the bag. I always find these places a little bit intimidating. For someone that doesn't carry coins around very much, I like this very much. This is 6 days. 6 days you've been away. Producing a lot of washing. What makes me laugh also is that Daz has come away with one pair of shorts, which we definitely need to wash today. He did empty his pockets. See, he's good for something.
How do you do it?
See, it's not all glamour, isn't it? Oh, it's all wet in there.
Sorry.
There's loads of German folk washing their smalls in there just a second ago. Wow, this is a great start to the day, apart from the washing. Bonjour, mon petit chauffeur. Ça va? Oh, shame. I have to drive the motorhome by myself. Ça va?
Oui, ça va bien, et toi?
Comme ci, comme ça.
This poor little water vole was being harassed and harangued by the children, including Phoenix. I did ask them to stop.
Hello sisterhood, you join me after a very long and hard day at the pool, and I'm just cooking dinner and I'm a little bit frustrated because I can't find my chopping board. My brother and sister-in-law bought us a really nice chopping board with a motorhome on, and it was brand new about 6 months ago, and Stampy must have liked it so much he's absorbed it into his very soul. And some veggie wieners for our vegetarians. So I came down here earlier for a little bit of an evening run. Now it's cooled down a little bit, and managed to find my way through to the Loire. And I was just standing and admiring it and thinking, this is a bit too much current for paddleboarding. And I could hear this strange sound to begin with. I thought it was ducks. I couldn't see any ducks. And then suddenly I remembered from watching the Chateau Diaries, one of my favourite vlogs, that she often has frogs and toads singing in her lake, or what was her lake, late at night or sometimes early in the morning. So I'm going to see if they are still singing, because I've come back from my run, grabbed my phone and then come back out to see if I can catch them doing their mating songs. It's a very cute sound. Every person must have access to fresh bread at a cheap price, and my friend told me today that they have to keep to a regimented set of ingredients too. Every French person must have access to pétanque. It's in every town, every village, really nice municipal areas for playing the French sport. Sound of nature is quite overwhelming actually. Okay, frogs. Are you still doing your frog song? Let's have a listen. It's the frog song. Seems to be something that the French can do really, really well. It's that kind of social, convivial, community vibe where you throw together a stage, you throw together some food and some booze, and then everybody's having a jolly nice time. It's a real festival atmosphere, but it's just in a little village.
Bonjour, good morning everybody, from a rather wet France. So, we're all packed up, it's taken about an hour to put everything away, but we're now heading into the centre, or towards the centre of Orléans, to go and visit the Museum of Jeanne d'Arc, or Jeanne d'Arc, with the kids and with our friends. We can't actually get parking in the centre of town, so we're parking just on the outskirts, and our friends are going to shuttle us in. Let's see how that works out. It's a struggle to get through these 30-mile-an-hour zones, 30 kilometres an hour.
Yeah, it's super slow, isn't it? It's like 20.
Yeah, and there's not enough signs to tell you when it drops down or not. And obviously some big fat speeding cameras around, so it's worth paying attention to. Just like having...
Yeah, we could get a nasty bill on our hand in about 6 months' time, which tends to be when you get notified of these things.
Big open gravel car parking space, which now appears to be full up with cars.
Oh my word, yeah, look at it. Look, they're all lined up on the side as well. Can only give it a go.
And give it a go we did, but unfortunately there were no spaces. If you're going to try and park in this gravel car park outside Orléans, we suggest you get there really early in the morning because it is clearly very popular. We had no chance of parking here.
Plan B.
It's a motorhome slalom. Whee! Oh my word. It's a stinky, rotten, wet day in France today. So we are off to Orléans and we are going to learn a little bit about Jeanne d'Arc. In other words, Joan of Arc. And we're going to visit the house that she stayed in during the time she liberated Orléans in the siege of Orléans.
Orléans and Saint Joan of Arc are linked together proudly, and she appears at every turn, whether it be a statue, decoration, street name or bronze plaque on the floor. The statue still bears the scars of a 1944 wartime bombing. The teenager aided Charles VII during the 100 Years' War and drove the English troops out of Orléans in 1429. She continued to win battles across France, but was finally turned over to the English by the Burgundians and was burned at the stake, considered to be a heretic. Now she is considered a symbol of feminism, and she is a martyr and patron saint of France. We were visiting a reproduction of a small house she stayed in while she ended the siege, and we watched an excellent audio-visual presentation of her life. All of us learnt a lot. Next for our tour of Orléans was the cathedral, which was built between 1278 and 1329. It was frequently visited by Joan of Arc during the siege of Orléans, and now the stained glass windows tell the story of her actions. It was also partially destroyed by the Huguenots during the Wars of Religion, as it is a Roman Catholic church. After all that sensible behaviour, it was time to get drenched in the street fountains, which was great fun. Our final destination in Orléans was this intriguing looking building housing modern art and architecture. Was it an interpretation of tree stumps? Perhaps valves coming off of a heart? No, in fact they were volcanoes. And after marvelling at the outside, we spent a perplexing hour wandering around the inside of the galleries.
Hello there. Hello there. Hello.
And in the gift shop, much as I like this t-shirt, I don't think I'll get away with it.
We've had a really nice time in Orléans today. It's turned out to be a beautiful end of the day with no rain whatsoever. The children got absolutely drenched, but it wasn't because of the rain, it was because of the fountain that they were dancing in, which was lovely to watch. After spending the afternoon going around a very interesting modern art museum, we headed back to the supermarket and now we're on the way back home. It's about a 35-minute drive from Orléans all the way back to Camping de Marais.
How's it going, babe?
Well,
You're filling up Stampy.
he told me I could just leave it in there and then go and switch it on, which I just did in front of loads of other people, and it just went like a snake. He was
There's
laughing
a
his
few
head
wet
off,
patches.
thinking he'd filmed it, and he hadn't. But this still doesn't look good, does it? Still doesn't look good for the environment. So
I'm going to turn it down a little bit.
Join us next time when we go to Chateau de Blois. On the hottest day we've experienced in France so far, we see the unexpected and we experience the most magical light show in the evening.